Hi everyone, my name is Heather and I'm the person behind Happy Puppy Truffles, and today is Thursday, so I wanted to share with you guys another arrangement of origami that you can do on a shikishi, or a board that we use in Japan to display origami on. And because it's September, I thought we could do something that had sort of a bunny theme to it, because if you know, in Japanese culture as well as some other Asian cultures too, that think that there rather than there being a man in the moon, that there's like an actual bunny in the moon, and he's making mochi or rice cakes. So thought we'd use this really simple, cute version of a bunny rabbit, and then have a big moon, because we have the big full moon that we have in September at the largest point of when we can see it. So I thought we'd use this and have some other kind of nice colors to kind of represent night. I happen to have this really pretty deep blue paper that I thought would be perfect for nighttime, and then a little bit of pieces that I have here for the like a grassy hill kind of, and we can have the big moon in the background, and then have the little bunny kind of sitting here on the mountainside, sort of. And all of this paper that you see here was made using this, just some handmade paper that I got in Korea actually. And then this particular bunny was made with tant paper, just a little bit of an off-white, not white, so that there's a little bit of texture to make him look cool. So I think, you know, you can definitely play around with having lots of little bunnies or do different variations for this, but it can be kind of fun. When I, cut this down and tore it down, I kind of cut, did a little tear along the edge to have some edging design. But for the moon too, I just used a lid for a coffee jar actually, and put it down here, and then just tore around the edge to try to keep it a little bit rounded and still get a little of that kind of a fray effect. So we'll just kind of glue things down and kind of arrange it, sort of. And I'll have a link if you guys need to be reminded of how to make this little guy. But just sort of a fun kind of way of displaying things here. So I'm going to put down the layer here first of the sky. And I just use this, stick glue, because it tends to work best for what I like to do things with. You can use really anything though, but I think it tends to kind of look the best and give you the kind of the best results, really. You don't need to have it everywhere, but just mostly on the edges is the most important part, I think, to keep it kind of stuck down good, so that you don't run into trouble with it kind of peeling up later on, of course. Want to avoid that if we can. So when you use this kind of paper, you do need to kind of be a little careful, because it does have a tendency to kind of flake on you a little bit as you work with it. So I want to try to keep it from, you can get little pieces of the fibers that are in the paper to kind of appear on your hands. So you want to try to keep that out of the way as you work on things. But kind of just have some fun with this here. Laying up I just used like the 2 layers of paper here for the grass, and tried to cut that away a little bit too. Tear it away with the paper. And I'm just going to use 2 layers of this to kind of look like a mountain a little bit. Try to smooth it out so that the fuzz kind of sticks up a little bit rather than being squished down in any way. And you do have to kind of be careful when you use this kind of paper, because it does tend to kind of stick to your glue a little on your glue stick, so you want to clean it off by just kind of sweeping it across some leftover paper that you might have, like this that I'm using, just to keep things clean. Especially as we get to the end here and we're doing like the moon and the bunny, because we don't want any extra fibers from our paper to interrupt the whiteness of the moon, of the bunny, or the yellowness of the moon. So, yeah, and I was just going to kind of put it like something like this. Got a little bit of extra there. So I've got the moon there along with the grass and the dark background for the night there. Now this particular origami for the rabbit is, actually a three-dimensional design because the rabbit stands up. I want to make sure that he lays flat, so you could, just keep him under a book for the day if you wanted to, or you can go ahead and kind of open things up here and put some glue on one side so that we could try to keep everything kind of secured. And the ears in this origami actually are, originally done so that they're the same. If you wanted to, you could slightly pull one of the ones from the back just out just a tiny bit to look just a little bit more three-dimensional. And this back part then will be a little bit higher than the one in front, but that's okay because we're going to be putting it down on the paper so you won't really see it. I'm going to glue the ear together too here just so that we can get that like going there so that it doesn't pop up, and then put a bunch of glue here. Choose where I'm going to have this sit then. So this is kind of how I came up with for my layout for things here, but you're certainly welcome to do things any way you like. I kind of wanted the impression that he's kind of looking up at the moon a little bit, but like I said, you could really do it so many different ways. So, but just sort of a fun little celebration of the kind of folklore of the bunny and the moon that we can see here. Yeah, I'll have another kind of shikishi for you guys next week, and thank you guys always so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.